I wanted to share what happened this morning for me. It's like when I come on and record a video, I have to flush out like that I'm recording a video so I'm special. I'm recording a video so I'm an expert, so I'm a authority, and in some way it makes me feel really good. Like there's like the thoughts of like, I'm special now because I'm recording a video and people are watching and look at me and I'm better and I'm further. But that doesn't last long, because then I think, oh, but what about the other people on YouTube and other experts, and they know more than me? And I think of Suzanne and how she's so quiet in her videos. I was just thinking how quiet she can be in her videos, the silence. And there's this story that I have to be like her, that I have to share videos about non-duality that explain it in a similar way than she does, and that it has to be about non-duality because that's what I'm interested in. And I mean, there is an interest in it, and then there is an interest in truth. But there's also so much in this system that is being worked through. And these, of course, as she says, and I say this and I feel like I'm being her, but they're all stories. It's just stories, it's just words. What's happening now is I have a camera in front of me. There's no you that I'm talking to. I'm just walking by the river with a camera sticking out in front of me, and I'm feeling some feels and sharing some words, and that's actually all that's really happening. But there's this sense, and I hope you can feel it, of this like me wanting to be someone. Do I want you to feel it? No, fuck, I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that there is still this part of the system that wants to be special, that wants to be known. I want lots of likes. I want lots of comments. I want people to say how great I am. But you know what happens when people say how great I am and how much wisdom there is, or how honest I am? I feel icky, actually. I feel the system goes, no, that's not true. That's a lie. That's not real. That's not really who you are. They don't know. They don't really know. Or maybe they do and they're just pretending. They're just trying to make you feel better, because what they really see is that you're shit. They're pitying you. I hate being pitied. I hate being seen as weak. Hate it. And yet I share so much vulnerably. It's like, it's so fucking messy. And as Suzanne shares, she shares and she gets quiet and she becomes silent, and there's so much depth and beauty in her silence. And then I get silent. But there's also like, for me, when that happens, well, right now I don't know what I'm saying. I have no idea what's about to come out of my mouth. Every time I try and plan something, it hurts, and I feel like stressed because I have to keep to a plan. I have to keep to my word. I hate when people talk about integrity and honor. I love integrity, but to me, integrity is about sticking to what is true, not your word. I can't promise anything beyond this moment. I can't promise anything. There's no me to promise anything. But I have no idea. Oh, I hope it's not too windy. I have no idea what I can say that I intend to be somewhere, and maybe that's what can be true, the intention of something. But I cannot say that I will definitely do something or definitely not do something. I have no idea what's going to happen. I could say in this moment there is an intention. I cannot tell you what's going to be true in that moment, if there's a moment over there that I'm saying something about. And so planning a video, planning things to talk about, just even when like writing a list of ideas to talk about on YouTube, like it feels better. But equally, like there are no points that I'm like, if there is a point where I'm like, oh, I really want to post a video on YouTube, why? Why do I want to post a video on YouTube? For what reason? the times where it actually comes through, the times that this happens, is when there's something to say now. It's not because something has been planned. I don't know. It's hard for me to plan. Really hard for me to plan. I need support from people who that comes naturally to. I feel so messy. That's what I wanted to say. And there's some shame. Little, hi guy. Oh, new guy. It feels like there's shame in me being messy, in that I'm not like Suzanne, and I don't stay still, and my camera's bobbing up and down, and I don't have a fucking selfie stick. It's just my arm. It's just my arm getting tired. And there's trying here. And there's trying, and there's trying, and there's trying, and I'm fucked off that there's trying. I want there not to be trying. And there's mess. There's a lot of mess and chaos here. And I should only share when the chaos and the mess is gone. I should only share this when the chaos and the mess is gone. And now what's coming up is I feel guilty that this is me expressing for me. I should do this for other people. This should be for other people. This shouldn't be about me. But what the fuck am I going to talk about when there's no one in front of me? There's just me here, seeing what's here. And there's no me. But it feels like there is. Still feels like there is. That's the truth. The truth is that whilst I want to be... Again, I know this makes no sense. I know that if I was talking to my teacher or Suzanne, they would question every single part of what I'm about to say. I want to be where Suzanne is. Well, who wants to be? Who's Suzanne? Where is she? Who knows that? But that story is still here. The truth is that story is here, and I don't want to gaslight myself out of being true. Like, the truth is this story of Klee is still believed in. It really is. And yet I can say that and I know it's not true. So it's hard. It's hard. Because there is two realities that are lived in, and that's not true because there's only just this one. There's moments where it's believed in, and there's moments where it's not. And it's also noticed that there are so many moments where I'm not messy. It's so weird. Like, when it's feeling messy, all I remember is it feeling messy and chaotic, and the guilt and the wrongness and I need to get it right, and I need to be better, and I need to do it more correctly, and I need to be perfect in some way. That's all I see, that's all I know. And then when that energy isn't there, and when it's just, when there is clarity, that's all that I remember. I don't remember anything else. It's like the only state that exists is the state that I'm in, and it's not even a state, but it's easy to call it a state. Feels like a state. It's all encompassing. And now my ego's like, well, that's good because you're more present then, right? Like, the body mind is like super present. There's no, I mean, there is a trying to get to somewhere else, perhaps, but in the moments where it's clear and happy or content or peaceful or just okay with what is. Sometimes it's miserable, but it's really okay with what is. When it's that, there's nothing else. Whatever is here, and there's nothing else. It can't be remembered. The other moments of, if there's clarity, The other moments of messiness are just not remembered. Like, they're remembered as a thought, but they feel really far off in the distance. And I have very little true concept of how much time I spend in chaos and mess versus how much time I spend in clarity. I don't know. And actually, an argument could be made that I'm being very clear in the mess. There is a clarity around what is happening, that there is mess, that there is disconnection, that there is confusion, that there is sadness, that there is guilt. Maybe there is still clarity. Maybe it's not one or the other, and it's never one or the other. It's always this and that. This only exists without that. Right only exists without left. Only exists with left, up and down. You know, all these opposites only work if the other exists. And at some point they collide. At some point we realize they are one. Hence, non-duality. There is no two. For on to exist, off has to exist. Otherwise, on is just isness. On only exists when off is an option. Up only exists when down is an option. And therefore, up and down are one thing. It's one system. But we see two ends of it and call it two. But really, it is one. And it's those are really simple, obvious ones, but mess and clarity. And it's like mess and clarity, chaos and clarity seem like opposite ends of a spectrum. They seem like I'm messy, I'm chaotic, I'm confused. But how do you know that? I'm clear on the fact that I feel chaotic, messy. I know what that feels like. I have clarity on what that feels like. And when I feel clear, and when I feel clear, I feel open to everything, including the mess and the chaos. And so it's like they're becoming this one thing. That's cool to see. See you on the next one.